What's your name?
I'm Clementine.
You've been all by yourself through this?
I know who you are, and I know you're a killer.
Lee, did you have to kill those men?
I hope you know what you're doing with her.
I got it! Molly said Crawford is the only place left in Savannah that still has people. That means it must be where my mom and dad are.
Okay, you can come, but you have to promise to stay quiet. Clementine? Clementine! No, no. You have to shoot me, honey.
Lee, no.
After playing The Walking Dead Season 1, there were tears, and you can count on that. Lee is dead, and damn, I do miss him. Now here we are with Season 2. Clementine is a little older and more mature with some attitude in her. It was pretty cool to see that change, and I'm guessing she'll continue to change as the series goes on, which will be difficult to deal with because they grow up so fast. In Season 1, Kenny tries to save Ben. Ben dies and Kenny fights off the zombies, but we didn't actually know if he survived, as we separated with Kenny at the end of Season 1. Now, here in Season 2, we eventually find Kenny, and at that moment I was like, oh my god, it's Kenny. I find it amazing how I become so attached to these characters and how a video game can do that to me.
Wait, you know this guy? Clementine?
Clementine does stick with Krista and Omid at the beginning, but Omid does get shot, and Krista, well, we don't actually know if she's alive, so we may have to wait until Season 3 or 4 to find out. The design of this game is very nice. I don't think Telltale were going for ultra-realistic graphics, which is obviously not a problem for me. The way the game looks is fine. But they did change it up just a little bit. I don't want to say the graphics look better, because the way the game looked before was perfect. The graphics just look more polished. I think the way this series looks, it gives the game its own identity in a way. If you never saw this game before, but look at the game once or twice, then see it again days later, you'll most likely remember the game because of how it looks. Now, as you progress, you will meet a new group, including this young girl who Clementine becomes friends with. How cute. It was strange though. Here we are with Clementine giving her advice and telling her how to survive, whereas in Season 1 we had Lee telling Clementine how to survive and giving her advice. The change to Clementine's personality and attitude in Season 2 is both sad and cool. Sad because she's growing up and I will miss the little girl we once knew, but cool because she's stronger and wiser. I do find it funny how I'm talking about this video game character as if she was real, but she does seem real along with the other characters.
Cut to the chase. I'm out looking for my people. 7 of them to be exact. They've been gone a long while and I'm worried they might have gotten lost. Maybe you've seen them. Couple of farm boys and an old man.
Once again, the voice acting is fine for me. It feels real. Nothing felt forced. I think you get it. But I have to give a shout out to Michael Madsen for voicing William Carver. His voice fits this character so well, and he did an excellent job voicing the bad guy here. It was believable, and when Kenny does destroy his face, it is so damn satisfying. I usually do prefer the bad guys more, but this death scene was awesome. Awesome. The gameplay works the same as first season, so it was pick up and play for me. You wave this around the screen to point at stuff and observe them, or talk to people along with your choices to make. There will be moments when you're running from danger and you'll see this red arrow on the screen pointing left, right, up or down, in which you move in whatever direction with the left stick. It works just fine, and I'm glad they included that. Those kind of QuickTime events are actually fun, even though generally I can't stand QuickTime events, but this system they have didn't bother me at all. So yes, it's still a point-and-click adventure with your own choices. However, I felt that whatever choice you made in the story always led to the same outcome, which made the whole choice system feel pointless. I hope in the future they make many different outcomes for the story, because if it always has the same outcome, no matter what choice you make, then what is the point of actually giving us choices? Sure, you could say at least the story itself is fun to play through, and it is, but if a game is giving me choices, then I actually want to feel like I'm making choices that impact the story. If I have the ability to completely change the ending, then that's pretty cool for me. For example, before Kenny kills William Carver, it gives you a few choices. I decided to kill him, but you can also tie him up, so I went back to that after completing the story just to see what happens if you tie him up instead of actually killing him. But if you tie him up, Kenny will kill him anyway. The story the game told us was cool and all, but again, please give us the ability to completely change the story and I'll appreciate that. I also felt that Season 2 was rushed, which is difficult for me to admit because I have such love for this series, but I still enjoyed Season 2 a lot. Now maybe I enjoyed it so much time went by quickly, I really don't know, but Season 1 just felt longer, and I loved that, but Season 2 did go by fast, which is a shame because I could play The Walking Dead all day long for hours upon hours and never get tired of it. So when it did come to an end, I felt, even though the season was over, I wasn't finished yet. I still felt there was more to play, and I wasn't ready to finish up with the game yet, if that makes any sense. Well, that is my review of The Walking Dead Season 2. If you want to check out Season 1's review, click the screen right now, and I also made a Life is Strange review too. So, go ahead and click them if you want. Thank you for watching once again, and I shall see you next time, but for now, please, take care.